I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, how would you like to own a beautiful historic inn overlooking Cork Harbor in beautiful County Cork, Ireland? Well, how would you like it if you could buy it for only 60 euros? That's right. There is a phenomenal raffle going on across the pond in Ireland to raffle off the historic Robin Hill House. And right now on Spotlight, we are joined by the owner of Robin Hill House, Deirdre Mackesy. Deirdre, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much, Paul, for having me. Lovely to meet.
My pleasure. My pleasure. This is quite an exciting contest, really. For 60 pounds, you can get a historic inn that's worth 1.5 million euros. That's that's a pretty good rate of exchange, right?
It sure is. It's £50 and it's €60, and that's
Okay,
about $60. I
gotcha.
think euro and dollars are on par at the moment. So yeah, it seems to be it's just a phenomena that's happening in this side of the world. Australia have been doing it for years. New Zealand, UK, it's a UK company that are managing it for me. And in Ireland, where if you go on to raffall.com, that's
Mhm.
raffall.com, you'll see a number of Irish properties, and there's a fabulous Spanish one up there at the moment. And it's the odds are much better than the lottery. It's at the normal lottery that we all do. And to me, it's a win-win for everybody because there's a charity involved as well. So I chose the Hope Foundation, who I've done work with them in the third world over the years. I used to be a nurse a million years ago, and I've done some work in the third world with the Hope Foundation. They're fantastic, fabulous charity. They look after abandoned street children in Calcutta, and so they're getting a stake out of my particular what was it? This? It's a raffle, and so the raffle will get their money back. I will get paid. The banks get paid, and somebody will walk in here for €60 and inherit a very good business as well. I've got an award-winning bed and breakfast with potential for growth, and you can see some of the images in the background here, and that's of Cove and of Robin Hill itself. So it's a win-win situation, really. So the raffle is going to go ahead on the 23rd of March 23,
Mhm.
and the lucky winner will be picked at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Wonderful, wonderful. It is an exciting opportunity, and the folks at home can see some of the pictures behind you of the inn. Describe it for me. How many guests can it accommodate? A little bit about the history of it.
I'm here 17 years, Paul, and it wasn't meant to be 17 years, but I don't know. It's such a beautiful house. I love it. It's so it was built in 1866. It overlooks Cork Harbour. You can actually see the mouth of Cork Harbour here, where a lot of the people who emigrated to America would have left from the port of Cove, back in the mid 19th century when they were starving and penniless. Um, so that vista is evident from the gardens. It's got six bedrooms in the house itself. I live in an apartment which would have been the old kitchens long ago, and there's also a little wooden cabin on the grounds, and that's our pet friendly option. But that's a pretty little place. You could be anywhere. It's like being in Scandinavia when you're inside there. And during the before the first lockdown, I have the bases done for another cabin in the garden and a sauna. So that's all done. That's €20,000 worth of work done. So somebody just has to come in and put up the cabins. At that stage, I got COVID in January. I wasn't really sick with it, but I had to isolate. So I never had such time off in my entire life. So I
Mm.
did thinking and soul searching, and I kind of got off the merry-go-round, and I kind of said, right, I am going to get leave of this beautiful place, because I want to get on with the next chapter. I'm kind of not as young as I used to be, and I just want to get on with some of the things I've always wanted to do that are on my bucket list, So it's time for me to depart and leave somebody win the dream here and start a new chapter in their life. Now, if they don't want to run it as a bed and breakfast, and if they do want to run it as a bed and breakfast, we'll train them in on our systems. We're up on all the booking systems, booking.com, maybe Trivago, all of those.
Mhm.
And if they don't want to run it as a bed and breakfast, they can live very happily here in a family home, or else they could live here as a family and then maybe rent some of the out places to Airbnb or something, so they're getting an income. Or else if they want to flip it and do what I'm doing, they can, and they can have some money in their pocket, So that's the plan.
Exactly. Like you said, it's a win-win. Fewer people will be investing the 60 euros than they will for the normal lottery because the price of the ticket is a little bit more. But that makes the odds better, which is great. And it's a
Yes.
fantastic opportunity. Like we say in the States, we say $1 in a dream to win the lottery. But to win
Mm,
this raffle, it's basically $50, $60, depending on the rate of exchange.
yeah.
And you've got a wonderful dream. I mean, I think a lot of us here in the States dream about getting a in Ireland and leaving the madness behind. Can anyone in the world purchase a raffle ticket?
Yes, absolutely. It's a global thing. Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Wonderful.
But I love
And
the Americans, and we have Americans coming in here all the time. The place is full of them at the moment,
I'm
and the season
sure.
has ended, and our season started very early this year. And I just like them. They say it as it is. They're normal, they're reasonable, and a lot of them have kind of Irish roots, and they're digging for them, and they love Cove. Cove is a beautiful, beautiful place. It's an island within Cork Harbour. It's a very special place.
It sounds
Yeah.
wonderful. I was in Dublin a couple of years ago, and I was speaking to some guys in the pub, the Temple Bar, as a matter of fact. And I said, "I'm here from the States. I'm investigating my Irish roots." And they said, "We've never heard that one before,"
I
because
know.
I think there's more Irish in the United States than there are in Ireland, actually. So
Exactly, exactly.
a lot of us head on over to find out more. Well, the name of the website is robinhillraffle.com. For 60 euros, roughly 50 pounds, roughly 50 American dollars, you can take a bet and possibly win a inn that is spectacular. It's unique. It's overlooking Cork Harbor, and it's worth about $1.5 million. Deirdre has owned it for more than a decade now and has loved her work there. It's time for another chapter in her life, but this could be a new chapter in your life if you are the lucky winner. Tell me, Deirdre, anything else that you would like the folks at home to know?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it really. I mean, if they
Okay.
can, they can look up our website and see more pictures of the place, and it's got very good reviews. It's just a beautiful house, and there's an awful lot of original features here still. 1866, it's I'll be very sad to leave it, but look, life goes on, and I just
Exactly.
really, I want to give this opportunity to somebody else to enjoy what I've enjoyed over the last 17 years.
And I'm sure it's going to be very exciting the day the new owner comes, that lucky raffle winner. I think that's going to be an exciting time. Hopefully our Spotlight Network can be there to capture that. That'd be
Absolutely. I was just
wonderful.
going to say the same thing, Paul. We'll have to get you on board for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, the website, it's on your screen. It's robinhillraffle.com. Deirdre, thank you so much for joining us here on Spotlight.
Thanks so much, Paul. It's been a pleasure, and thank you very much. Lovely to meet you.
My pleasure. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.